At 70 years old, Loren Roberts finally confirms what we've all been wondering about his tragic life. But this isn't a story of defeat. It's about a man who turned his darkest moments into his greatest victories. In late 2017, Roberts got news that would change everything. Doctors told him he had aggressive prostate cancer. The score was 9 out of 10. That meant it could spread fast. The man they called Boss of the Moss was facing his toughest battle yet. This wasn't about winning tournaments anymore. This was about staying alive. Roberts went into surgery in early 2018. For 5 hours, he lay on that table while doctors removed his prostate. When he woke up, something was wrong. Really wrong. For the first time in his entire career, he had the yips. His hands would shake when he tried to putt. The thing that made him famous was gone. It felt like the anesthesia erased the tape in my mind, Roberts said. I forgot how to do it. Can you imagine? This was a man who built his whole career on putting. His nickname was Boss of the Moss because he was the best putter in golf. Now he couldn't even hold the club steady. But that wasn't all. His core strength was gone. His chipping game suffered. He was tired all the time. The cancer was gone, but the surgery left him weak. He had to miss the U.S. Senior Open. That was the first time he'd missed it since 2005. Roberts could have quit right there. Many would have. But he didn't. Instead, he did something amazing. He turned his pain into purpose. He became a voice for men's health. He started telling everyone about prostate cancer. He urged men to get tested, to get their PSA blood work done. If you're a guy and you live long enough, you'll probably get prostate cancer, he said. But it can be managed if you catch it early. His wife Kim saw how hard it was. She said men often suffer quietly. The unknown is scary. But Roberts wasn't going to suffer in silence. He was going to help others. This wasn't Roberts' first fight, though. His whole career was built on overcoming impossible odds. Let me tell you about the famine years. Those were the times that almost broke him. Roberts turned pro in 1975. He was young and full of hope, but golf didn't welcome him with open arms. He had to earn his PGA Tour card through something called Q School. It's like a brutal test. Only the best players get through. Roberts got his card in 1980, but then he lost it after a terrible rookie year in 1981. He made only 8 cuts in 21 events, so he had to go back to Q School again and again and again. He went back in 1982, then 1983, then 1986, then 1987. 5 times he had to prove himself. 5 times he faced the pressure of maybe losing his dream forever. In 1983, he called it a horrible year. He made only 4 cuts all season. Can you imagine the doubt? The fear? Most people would have given up, but Roberts kept going back. He didn't just survive Q School, he learned from it. Those failures taught him to work harder than anyone else. Other pros called him one of the hardest working players on tour. He earned that reputation through pure grit. Finally, in 1989, things changed. Roberts became a force on the tour, but he still hadn't won. He was getting older. He was 38 when he finally got his first PGA Tour win at the Nestle Invitational in 1994. Most players win their first tournament in their 20s. Roberts was almost 40, but those years of struggle made him stronger. They taught him patience. They taught him to never give up. Roberts' body wasn't perfect either. He had a long torso and short arms. It looked awkward, but he used that to his advantage. He developed a sharper mind. He became more strategic. His weaknesses became strengths. Faith played a huge role in his journey. In 1993, Roberts made a public profession of his Christian faith. This helped him handle pressure better. He learned to accept whatever happened. Win or lose, he trusted that God had a plan. This faith helped him through the cancer too. When he was sick, his family called him the Rock. He stayed strong for them. He didn't complain. He just kept fighting. The cancer forced Roberts to think about his legacy differently. He realized his health was about more than just golf. It was a gift that went beyond how well he could compete. This perspective changed everything for him. Now at 70, Roberts faces new challenges. His back hurts more than the cancer effects do. He's trying to change his swing again. He jokes that he's like Tiger Woods, but much older. If I made the cut, that would be nice, he says now. His expectations are different, but he still works hard. He still believes in getting better. Roberts hasn't had a top 10 finish since 2016. His body is failing him, but his spirit isn't. He still practices. He still competes. He still signs autographs for fans. Actually, he signs more autographs now than he did in his prime. Fans love his story. They see themselves in his struggles. They admire his fight. The aging process brings new battles every day. Roberts struggles with reduced flexibility. His swing speed has dropped. His balance isn't what it used to be. These are common problems for older golfers. But Roberts approaches aging like he approached everything else. With determination and grace, he adapts his game. He changes his expectations. He finds new ways to compete. His back pain is constant now. It affects every swing. But he works through it. He does exercises. He stays active. He refuses to let it stop him completely. Roberts won 8 PGA Tour events and 13 Champions Tour events. He won 4 senior majors. He made it to the Cal Poly Hall of Fame and the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame. But his biggest wins came off the course. He works with the First Tee program. This teaches kids golf and life skills. He donated $35,000 to save youth golf programs in Sacramento. He didn't have to do that. He wanted to. After his cancer, Roberts became even more focused on giving back. He travels around talking about prostate cancer. He saves lives by getting men to get tested. His daughter Alex helps spread the message too. Roberts wants to be remembered as more than a golfer. He wants to be known as a gentleman who gave back. That's his real legacy. His charitable work extends beyond golf. He believes in using his platform for good. He speaks at events. He raises money for causes. He mentors young players. The prostate cancer advocacy became personal for Roberts. He didn't want other men to go through what he did. He wanted them to catch it early, to have better outcomes. Think about this journey. A man who failed Q school 5 times, who didn't win his first tournament until he was 38, who got cancer at 62, who developed the yips for the first time at 63. But Roberts never saw these as endings. He saw them as beginnings. Each setback taught him something. Each failure made him stronger. Each challenge gave him new purpose. When he was struggling early in his career, he learned persistence. When he faced cancer, he learned to help others. When his body started failing, he learned to adjust his goals. Roberts' story isn't tragic, it's triumphant. He shows us that success isn't about avoiding problems. It's about how you handle them. It's about getting back up. It's about finding meaning in the struggle. At 70, Roberts is still fighting, not just for his golf game, but for other people. He's using his platform to save lives. He's using his experience to inspire others. The man they call Boss of the Moss mastered more than putting. He mastered life. He learned that real victory comes from helping others, that true strength comes from getting back up, that lasting legacy comes from giving back. Roberts' hands might shake now when he putts. His back might hurt. His swing might not be what it used to be, but his heart is stronger than ever. His purpose is clearer than ever. That's why Loren Roberts is a legend. Not just because of his golf scores, but because of his life score. He turned every setback into a comeback, every challenge into a chance to help others. At 70, he's still teaching us what it means to fight, what it means to never give up, what it means to find purpose in pain. Thank you for watching this story about a true champion, someone who shows us that it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get back up and how many people you help along the way.